So, D23 just happened, and we got our first playable Rebrush demo. We also got an Epic Mickey panel. Let's talk about it. So, as you can probably guess, I wasn't at D23. Do I look like I can afford a plane trip to California for an Epic Mickey demo? So I'm just going to be talking about it based on what other people have been posting about it online. First off, the Epic Mickey booth. Now, I don't know what convention booths usually look like, but it looked like THQ Nordic went all out for this one. It had a full cardboard Dark Beauty castle as its centerpiece, and inside the actual booth, there are a couple of noteworthy things. First thing is the playable demo. I'll get to that later. Second thing is an Epic Mickey Xbox Series S that was on display, along with the statue and that gosh darn Epic Mickey Rebrush Collector's Edition. The Xbox itself was just a basic reskin, with a brand new render of Mickey, which is his box art pose, but from the front. The controller for the Xbox also featured Oswald and Mickey on opposite sides of the controller. The console was part of a raffle, and one lucky D23 attendant is gonna win this one-of-a-kind console. You know, I do kinda hate it when these types of consoles are limited to one unit, since I know there are a ton of people who'd want this. But since it is just a reskin, it shouldn't be too hard for people to mod an Xbox to look like this one. And even though I don't have an Xbox, I'd love to Epic Mickey find my Switch controllers, but it is nice to see Epic Mickey get its first custom console. And then we have the demo, which was limited to 10 minutes per person. And from what I found on one YouTube short talking about it, it sounded like there wasn't an end to the demo, you just had to get as far as you could in the 10 minutes. I've seen several people who've played it talk about it on sites like Twitter, and great news, they all loved it. This really looks like it's shaping up to be the best Epic Mickey remake imaginable. The people who played the demo also got a set of 4 Epic Mickey pins, 2 of which were taken from in-game pins, the Welcome to Wasteland pin and the Me and My Shadow pin. Although this one does feature the real blot and not the shadow blot. The other 2 Epic Mickey pins were of Mickey and Oswald. Already people are rushing to eBay to sell their pins, or to buy some if they weren't at D23. And oh my gosh, like everything else Rebrushed related, this is something I'd love to own, but I ain't paying more than $300 for it. And now let's get to the D23 Epic Mickey panel, which was led by the man, the myth, the legend, Warren Spector, as well as some other special guests, who are on the dev team for Epic Mickey Rebrushed. It's been a couple of days, surely someone's uploaded the panel to YouTube. Huh, no dice. Well, this person was there, and they made a list of things that went on, so let's take a look at it. So it looks like there was some discussion on the development of the original game, like how Disney originally pitched the idea to Warren Spector, what the original game means to Warren Spector, and the amount of creative liberty the dev team got in making Epic Mickey. But there was a ton of info on Epic Mickey Rebrushed. They brought up the notorious camera in the original, with this hilarious bit of dialogue. So first Warren said, "I can explain the camera," and then they basically explained that they had to rebuild the camera system for Rebrushed. Then Warren said, "We are not going to talk about the camera." All the assets in Rebrushed were made from scratch. Now, I don't know if this is standard practice in game remakes, but it's really awesome to see the dedication Purple Lamp's putting into it to make it as good as possible. Apparently the first 6 months of the development time for Rebrushed was spent studying the original game, which again, is great to see the dedication. They talked about some new additions to Rebrushed. They talked about the new graphics, the fact there'll be 3 times the amount of concept art collectibles in the first game, which is just insane. Doing the math, there's 50 bits of concept art in the original Epic Mickey, meaning that there'll be around 150 pieces of concept art in Rebrushed. Damn, they're really putting everything into this. Oh, and all the concept artists will be credited as well, which is nice to hear. The last addition on this list was that the Main Street cinema will actually be usable, in that you'll be able to replay 2D stages from the cinema. I don't know whether it'll work as a fast travel system like in Epic Mickey 2, or just a way to replay the projector stages, but it'll be a fun addition either way. As for Epic Mickey 3, apparently Warren said he is not at a liberty to say, but that he really wants to do one, which is promising. And the last thing, apparently during the development of Rebrushed, Purple Lamp has been using fan content like the Epic Mickey wiki for what I assume research purposes, to make the game faithful to the original in small ways only fans would care about. It also meant that they'd know what fans wanted in a remake, since they got it directly from the source. And upon hearing this, I thought of something else than what maybe you all thought of. As you know, I've been making Epic Mickey videos since Rebrushed was announced, and they've been relatively successful. So there is a small chance, just a smidgen, that the Rebrushed dev team, heck, maybe even Warren Spector has watched my videos. I mean, a profile called Warren Spector is subscribed to my Epic Mickey YouTube channel, and that thought kinda freaks me out. So, if any of the dev team for Epic Mickey Rebrushed is watching this, I love what you do. Rebrushed looks awesome thus far. And can you tell Warren I said hi? One fan-created source they did name directly, apparently, was the Epic Mickey Wiki. Which, I mean, congrats to the Epic Mickey Wiki mods. Imagine running a site that is used by the people making an Epic Mickey game. Everyone watching, give the Epic Mickey Wiki mods a round of applause. And that's pretty much all the new Rebrushed info that came out of D23. Rebrushed will be at Gamescom in Germany at the end of the month, so hopefully we get some more info there. But if we don't, I feel like we're close enough to the release date for it to not be the end of the world if all we get is info from D23. Okay, so the video is running at 6 minutes, which is a bit short, not on the end of the world, but anyway, before I was going to do a D23 video, the original idea was to do a video on my Mickey Mouse collection, which, as you know, the first video underperformed a little bit. But anyway, I'm not going to show you the rest of my collection, since that'd make this video like half an hour long, but I'm just going to show you one thing that I really want to show you, and it might even be my favorite thing out of my entire earthly possessions. It is a 1930s Mickey Mouse plush doll. Maybe. I came across this whilst on holiday in New Zealand, of all places. I was checking out all these second-hand and antique shops, since you never know what you're gonna find there. And in this store there just so happened to be this. And that's not even all of it. Along with this absolute treasure, there was a second one. Out of the two, the second one looked more like the iconic 1930s Mickey plush, but it was in rough shape. The pins had been pretty much torn off, and it was covered in weird stains. So, I bought this much better looking one for around 140 Australian dollars. Which, to be honest, is way less than I thought I'd be paying for it. This particular one doesn't match any ones I can see online exactly, so I think this one was made with the sewing patterns released in the 30s. Although the person must be pretty good at their job, since this is very well made. And it even has wires in it so the doll stays upright. Very nice. Now for the question, is it fake? The price would certainly suggest that, and it does look different from any other 1930s Mickeys I've seen on the internet, but I don't care. Until someone can say with 100% certainty that this isn't a 30s Mickey, I'm just gonna assume that it is. And it also has a bow tie. And bow ties are cool. And we're 1 week closer to Rebrushed coming out. I can't believe that it's almost gonna be a month until it's gonna release. Okay, and we've got next week's video, which will be a special surprise for all you viewers who've been sticking around for the entirety of the time of making Epic Mickey videos since 2021. But even if you haven't, I'm sure it'll be fun either way. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye bye!